So I'm back with another Cerebral solo, and this Cerebral solo is going to be a little different. It's more of a question rather than me, speaking about a specific topic. But the question slash topic for this one is, what do you do when you're having a bad mental day, but all of the things you would normally do to kind of decompress or kind of I don't want to use the word escape, but that's the best word I can think of because escape is, depending on how you're using the word or doing said thing, can be done in an unhealthy way, but that's the best word I can think of. Like, what do you do when your normal escapes or normal de-stressors aren't available to you? Like, what are your other things you use to kind of decompress or just try and get things off your mind? And I'm asking that because i'm sort of I'm sort of kind of going through this myself, where I'm noticing now that ever since my whole situation with my foot happened, and it's been a lot of last years I was dealing with going through a lot of mental battles. It's been difficult. It's getting easier now, but I still have days where it kind of it kind of messes with me with the whole foot situation. Like, physically I'm good. Physically I'm strong. It's just everything has to do with mentally, and my body doesn't want to, sort of, my body and my brain aren't really, sometimes they don't want to work together like they should. And for me, sometimes it gets super frustrating because I'm so used to not dealing with that. But I digress. That's a whole probably other thing I already talked about or haven't talked about yet, and I may talk about it on another one. But um my normal like decompressors or de-stressors were obviously the gym, which I still do regularly, obviously, because you guys see me post videos about that. But one of the other things I used to always do is play basketball, and I haven't done that in a long, ever since the whole situation with you know my foot and everything. I haven't touched a basketball, or I haven't tried to go to the basketball court in a long time, and it it kind of bothers me because I'm so used to, okay, whenever I'm mentally going through something, if I have a day off, I just grab my ball, grab my bag, and then I go. But ever since this whole situation with my foot, and and me mentally still not being able to completely get over that, and being able to walk certain ways, like, it's not, again, like I said, there's nothing physically wrong with me. It's all mental stuff that I have to get over, and it's been taking longer than I would like, and it's really, really frustrating because I'm used to instantly just bouncing back from it. So, but anyway, like I was saying, I'm normally, whenever I'm mentally dealing with something, I grab my ball, I go play basketball in the morning for a couple hours, come back, and then I'm good. I'm ready for it. I got through what I mentally needed to get through. I got my stresses out, and the rest of the time I'm fine. But again, it goes back to my question: is I'm trying to figure out what my new de-stresses are now that I can't do that. Not that I can't do that as much, but now that I don't have access to that as often. So I've been, trying to look up stuff. Been I've been trying to read more. I've been reading this book. Have I have PDFs of books on my phone that I've been trying to read, and I've definitely been trying to, find different de-stressors and find different escapes it and stuff like that. And I think reading has been the biggest one. I used to read a lot when I was younger. Obviously, I used to read a lot when I was younger, and as I got older, I deviated from it, because of life. But um, I'm starting to get a lot more back into reading, and I'm realizing that reading definitely helps a lot. Reading has definitely helped me a lot as far as mentally, because it gives me a chance to, dive into whether it be a nonfiction book or a fiction book. It gives me my chance of mind to, kind of focus in on one thing. And also, as well as reading, I've um, been writing in my phone journal and in my notes a lot, like what I'm feeling, and that's definitely helped a lot. That's definitely helped a lot as well, because it gives me a chance to get my feelings out, and instead of holding it all in and then eventually exploding, I can get the frustrations out, get the anger out, and read it back and realize, like, okay, this is here, this is everything. It's put on a page or put in a section, and this is there, and this gets put over here. And then if I'm feeling something else, I'll write it down. Or I'll just choose a book to read a couple pages, and then I'm good. But so I've been doing that. But my question for you guys is, what are some of your other things that you use as de-stressors and things to get over like mental ruts, rather than when your main thing that you normally do isn't available to you at the moment. So that's the question I have, and those were some of the things that I've been doing now as of late. And I want to know what your guy. I really want to know what your guys' things are, and I can't wait to hear and read some of them. So that was it for this Cerebral Solo, and I'll be back for the next one.